Hello and welcome back. Today Patrick and I have £200 worth of 10p's. We're going to have a hunt through looking for the alphabet 10p's. We've got some interesting bags today. I think this one's just bagged bags. But this one is a sealed bag in a bag. So anyway, what we're trying to do is fill up collector's books that we're working on. So we made good progress on the 2018 one. You can see we've got A, C, E, H, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, S, V, X, Y, and Z. And there's 2 pages, these 2 panels, that we're just missing I and R on to finish the panels. And then the 2019 book, we've got the sum total of 1, Arthur Robin Redbreast. So let's cross our fingers and hopefully we'll get some new ones for today. Did you want to pick a bag, Patrick?
You can pick.
I'll go for the bagged one, you go for the sealed one. So without further ado, let's get into these bags. So we'll carry on with the 10k subscriber giveaway questions. So the first question comes from Edith Deadman, who asks, what are you looking for a coin to be valuable other than the obvious design? Oh, so what makes a coin valuable? It's mainly the mintage figure that makes them valuable. So how many of them that were made? If it's a low amount, then that will drive up the price of it. So like Kew Gardens is the lowest minted coin in UK circulation, so that's what makes that so expensive, along with the media hype around it. There are other things that impact on the value of a coin. So the scarcity. So again, Change Checker have their scarcity indexes based on trading that's done on the website. Things that can also put value on a coin is the demand for it. So like the 2016 Beatrix Potter set, all bar Tiggy Winkle over face value, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tiggy Winkle's a bit more than face value, but I think that's mainly because lots of kids are collecting them, parents buying it for their kids to finish off their collections, things like that. But yeah, other than that, errors on them maybe. I haven't found many error coins though, so I'm not an expert on that. Daywalker X2 asks, do you think there will be new alphabet set next year? I think there will definitely be more, well, at least there will be more of the same set that we've already got. I would like to see, as I think many people, other people would like to see more different designs. When they released them in 2018, I expected 2019 to be a whole different alphabet set. But I completely understand there is a cost involved of designing 26 coins. There's artists to pay, things like that. But I think new designs would be fantastic. Maybe they'll change it every 5 years or so. I don't know. Potentially, that'd be cool though. Lewin Dodd asks, do you collect coins with family or friends? I don't know. I don't have any friends that collect coins. Other than the people that I chat to on Discord, from people that I've got to know through having my YouTube channel, that is. In terms of family, my little brother Patrick joins in with the 10p hunt, and he kind of collects himself as well now. My dad also collects coins, but he likes collecting the bunk packs rather than hunting for circulated coins. But other than that, no one else. Adam Munnelly asks, what was your very first set that you managed to collect? It depends on what you define by set. It depends if you mean in terms of the denomination. So I think that was the £2 set. So I completed the £2 book first, I think. In terms of a set, I don't know, maybe the 2016 Beatrix Potter set, because I think they were massively circulated when I first started collecting coins. George Ward asks, how do you get change, and do you have to call in advance? So yes, I've got a business account. I've got a couple of business accounts now. I've got a business account with a bank that I phone up each week. Well, it's more that when I go in to collect the coins, I give my order for the next following week, how much I'd like. But it's got to the point where I get £1,200 each week from them, so I think they automatically know what I'm after. I've recently opened up a new business account because I'm going to be doubling the amount I'm going through when I start doing live streams. And they are a bank where you can go online and you can put in coins that you'd like to order or that you'd like to pick up, and then the next day or the day after they'll be available at the bank. which I haven't trialed it yet, so I don't know if it's going to work or not. But I have been into the branch. I spoke to the people there, explained what I'd need, and they said, "Oh yeah, we're more than happy to be able to do that for you." But again, they are business accounts, so there are fees and charges involved of taking coins out from a business account. That's how they make money, because I imagine it'd be costly to ship the coins into the bank all the time. And equally, the bank that I pay all the coins into, there are fees on that as well for paying in the coins, because it takes a lot of time for them to go through to weigh, I imagine, and pay in the money into the account. But it's not a state. Holy Toledo, you got one. Let's get a zoom on this. Is it going to be a 2019? Because we've got the 2018. Is it 2018?
18.
Very nice. C for Christopher collects.
Right.
Lucy Roberts Clark asks, do you ever feel judged or worried when someone is going to think differently of you because of your having an obscure hobby? I could care less, basically. If someone is going to take a disliking of me because I collect coins, then I think my life is better off without that person in my life, if that makes sense. To judge someone on a hobby is, unless your hobby is murdering people in the streets, I don't think coin collecting is that. Well, coin collecting is definitely not that bad. But no, I think no, you shouldn't do things just because you think it would make other people think higher of you. You shouldn't not do things because you think it would affect the way people view you. I'll be honest, coin collecting isn't the first thing I talk about to everyone, because I know the vast majority of people don't collect coins and aren't that interested or as interested in coins as I am. So it's not I won't sit and chat to someone about coin collecting obsessively unless they bring it up and they ask about it. But no, I don't feel judged or worried. Maybe my bank tellers when I leave roll their eyes because of the amount of coins they have to go through because of me, but at the end of the day, the fees on my account are paying their wages, so it's give and take, and I'm always polite and friendly to them and very grateful and thanking of their help and their support. Jacob Shamash asks, how many Kew Gardens do you have? I've got 2. One I found before I started recording videos, and one that I found in September of last year, I think it was. That was my best hunt ever. Ned Needles asks, do you collect notes? I don't actively collect banknotes. Some people have sent them to the PO box and they are awesome, so I have kept them. It's something that I might do in the future if I had more time. The problem is that with work, with coin hunting, with the YouTube, with Twitch coming up very soon, my free time outside of that is very, very limited, and if there's one thing I don't need, it's another collection at the moment. It's cheap. I got a new one. I got a G. Have we got G?
No.
How awesome's that? Another one for the book. Oh no.
19.
Oh well, it's a. What is it with me finding new letters that we need but for 2019? Oh well, we still need it for 2019. So it's G for Greenwich Mean Time. It's a stunning design. I love it. Wowee. Well, we're now tied, 1 each. Autocons1 asks, what is it about coin collecting that you like so much? I don't know. I've always been a bit of a collector of things. I like organising things. That's what drew me to stamp collecting as well. But finding new coins is exciting to me. Obviously, it's not going to be exciting to everyone. But I imagine if you've come to my channel and you're watching a video about coin collecting, it probably excites you as well. So yeah, the YouTube channel has spurred on my coin collecting astronomically. If I hadn't had such success as I have had, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't be collecting as ardently as I would. I know I wouldn't be buying all the silver proofs that I do for definite, but I might even have stopped after I collected my first set of coins rather than carrying on like I have, because it's fun to make the videos. You guys really like the videos. It's great to interact with you guys as well. So yeah. Joey Birchall asks, have you ever won a competition? I can't think of a competition. I've won like the odd couple of pounds on the lottery, but other than that, I can't think of a competition that I've won. Etienne Yo asks, what is the coin that you have the most of? 2008 Britannias. I think it was 116 of them when I did my last whole coin collection, which was early this year. I might even have 200 of them now. I'm not sure. I would have to count through them. The Kitsune Files asks, what's your favourite Oreo flavour? Double stuffed. We learnt that on the Oreo tasting video. Manic Mina asks, who do you think has the best portrait on coins? The Queen's father, who is George the Sixth. I'm so bad with remembering my monarchs. I actually, on my week off of work, I watched the whole of The Crown, which I was surprised at how much I enjoyed it. What was his name? Edward the Sixth was the one that abdicated. His brother, George the Fifth, George the Sixth. I think it was George the Sixth. I think he's got the best monarch, the best portrait on a coin. Chloe Finden asks, what's your all-time favourite film? Star Wars: Return of the Jedi. My favourite film of all time. Again, if I'm in a job interview, however, I don't jump to Star Wars. I would say Silence of the Lambs is such a good film as well.
You're talking about teleporting Bill Gates.
Why do you teleport Bill Gates?
We've got to go to Mars so we can teach the aliens how to get their Samsung phones working.
So there was so much wrong in that statement that you just said. A, there are no aliens on Mars. B,
I didn't say
Bill.
Mars.
Yes, you did.
I can't remember.
B, Bill Gates has nothing to do with Samsung.
No, please. And C.
And C. Oh, what? That's spooky. Let's zoom in. Come on then, go for 2019. Another 2018. Go, you got a double of it in the same hunt. Man, pressure's on me. I gotta get another one now.
Did you hear that?
And C.
Oh my
Right.
gosh. That is... You bet you know.
Andy Coggan asks, what full set would you hunt if you only could hunt one set? So again, depends. If you mean by set denominations, probably 50p because there's the most variety. One set, so in terms of within a denomination, probably the Olympic set because again there's the most variety there, or the alphabet's 10p's. Although I don't find too many of them, so maybe the Olympic one. Reese Davies asks, what's the most expensive coin in your collection? Probably the Kew Gardens or the silver-proof Stephen Hawking, which is the only one I've had to buy from the secondary market, which I was not impressed with, which was quite expensive. Leslie Ploddypop asks, did any of your relatives fight in the First or Second World War? So my grandmother on my father's side, she was in the RAF. She's still alive. She's 97 years old. It's amazing. She was in the RAF, but she and my grandfather were both in the RAF. That's how they met. They were cooks in the RAF. So it wasn't so much fighting as it was supporting the war effort. I know her father. I'm sure I think it was the First World War. He was gassed 7 times. He fought on the front lines and was actually saved by a German soldier who found him lying in no man's land and dragged him to the Allied trenches, thereby saving his life. But I don't know much more than that, if I'm honest. My grandmother would tell stories about cooking for the people in the RAF, having frying pans that were absolutely enormous and cooking all the food and eggs on that, or griddles or whatever it happened to be, which is very inspiring stuff, if I'm honest. Eddie Perry asks, your ring, I've seen the design before. My friend thinks it's Celtic. I think it's Masonic. Can you confirm? I can confirm it is neither. Cam asks, what's your favourite sport from the Olympic 50p's? Gymnastics. Liz Allen asks, what's your most valuable coin that you've ever found? Kew Gardens. James Woolley asks, what do you think of the Paddington Bear 50p set? I think it's amazing, and I think we're getting a couple more this year as well, which I'm really, really excited to see, and again hoping they go into circulation too. Holly Miles asks, do you have any South African coins? Yeah, I've got a fair few. I get them in my world hunts, which I post every Sunday. Not many though, I think maybe around 30 or so I've had. Hector Daniel asks, what 2019 coins are going into circulation? Your guess is as good as mine. We know Sherlock is, we know the Shields have, we know the pound coins have. Trying to think, I can't think of anything else that I've seen people posting that they've found. But in terms of commemorative ones, don't know. I don't think the £2 are though again, which is a shame. Jamie Taylor asks, has there been a fake coin that has ended up being worth more than the original? Not that I can think of. I'm not aware of any ones that are the fakes that are worth more than the genuine coins. No, but I've heard of, like, in the art world, famous forgists, fakers, whatever you want to call them. Their work being valuable, even though they are a forger, because they're a well-known forger, which blows my mind a bit. Michael Brook asks, do you have any questions for us? Good question. I guess my ongoing question is what other videos I could I'm not very I know what I want to say, but I can't verbalize it. Whether there are any different types of videos that you'd like to see. I mean, I probably wouldn't. The only thing I caveat that is I wouldn't hunt coins that there aren't commemorative designs on. I'm not hunting through a £20 bag of pennies trying to look for territories pennies. That would take too long and it wouldn't be worth it in the long run. Any other questions for you guys? What's your favourite coins? Let me know down in the comments on this video. What's your favourite 50p, £2, 10p, alphabet 10p coin? If you could design a coin, what would you put on it? What coin would you like to come into circulation next year? I'm trying to think of what other questions I get asked a lot. If you could have any one coin that you don't already have in your collection, what would you pick? So yeah, whole bunch of questions. I expect answers. Steve Halley, we've got two questions, or Haley, I've got two questions from you. What was the first car that you had, and what car would you like now? First car I had was a Ford Fiesta. Absolutely loved it. It wasn't a very powerful car, but I think it's sensible having it as your first car. I absolutely loved it. I had it 5 years. I've got a Ford Focus now. Nothing exceptional, but it's just more powerful and it's a lot nicer to drive. What car would I like to have? My dream car is a Chrysler Crossfire. It's such a cool car. And it's not the most popular car, but it's my favourite car. And your second question is, what was your favourite subject at school? Business studies was my favourite subject, and I think it was more down to the teacher rather than the subject itself, although I found the subject fascinating. My secondary school business studies teacher, Mr. Aldridge was his name, was an exceptional teacher. He engaged myself and my little group of friends that were in the classroom, and I thoroughly enjoyed the whole lesson. But it wasn't more just the engagement in the class, it was the encouragement to look at business outside of school as well. So I like understanding how a shop runs, or watching documentaries he would recommend. The first time I watched The Apprentice was because he suggested it in class. And then successive business studies teachers whilst I was at college were, again, very inspiring, engaging teachers that obviously enjoyed their subject. I mean, I've had subjects where I've had awful teachers. In college, I took economics and I had a horrific economics teacher who told me I would be lucky to pass my exams. And so before sitting the exams, when we had to make our choices as to what subjects we would take in the second year, I dropped economics because he told me I was going to fail it. And then I got a B in it, and I would prefer to have dropped maybe maths instead, because maths at college level just blew my brains. But no, I think the teacher has a great impact. My German teacher as well in secondary school was a fantastic teacher, Mr. Eddie, a very unique teacher, but a very, very funny teacher, very fair teacher. Thoroughly enjoyed his lessons, and again, it's because of him I took German in college, and oh my goodness, it was so more complex. I wish I hadn't done that. Elaine Wood asks, what's your favourite gold-plated coin? Gold-plated? Oh, so this was from the 10k giveaway, wasn't it? So of the gold-plated ones, the coin supplier supplied for the giveaway, the Big Ben one, Elizabeth Tower, whatever you want to call it, was my favourite. Mary Knowles asks, are there any coins, old or new, that you don't have that you would like? 1933 penny would be good. Excuse me. Other old coins. More sixpences, more crowns, more basically any coin that I don't have I want, basically. Kyle Johnson asks, Have you ever bought anything from Pobjoy Mint? I haven't actually, no. I did watch Coin Cupboard's Pobjoy Mint mystery bag coins. Go over and check that out. It was awesome. I'd be tempted to maybe do that, but the problem is, if I buy one of something, I know I want everything of it. And I cannot afford to buy silver proofs or the bunk proof sets from all the different territories. I would need to win the lottery for that. Lucy Tongue asks, what do you do with leftover or duplicate coins? So duplicate coins, I keep the rarer ones, the ones more than face value. The rest will get paid into another bank so that I can get more coins out. Dan the Man asks, do you prefer old or new coins, and what's your oldest coin? My primary collection and primary source of videos are current circulating UK coins. And I guess that's what I prefer. But the old coins are cool too. My oldest coin is a 1707 2 crown, was it? That's WWE Alanado sent into the PO box very kindly. So I think that's the oldest coin I own. Jammy373 asks, what are your favourite to collect, coins or stamps? It's hard to say because, again, it's different things. So like the coin collecting is exciting, going through a hunt, but there's only so many coins I can get out from the bank at one time to hunt through. With the stamps, you can buy a good couple of kilograms for under £20 online, just a random mixed world lot of stamps, and you could spend months and months and months looking through them. So the collections, they're different for different reasons, I guess, so it's hard to say. Cash in the Trash asks, what's your favourite Oreo cookie flavour? Double stuffed. Kate Toombs asks, do you sell any of your coins? I used to, very early on into getting the bags of coins to hunt through, but I don't anymore. It's just not worth it. Gary Beacon asks, how would you know if a queue is fake? Couple of tips on that. Go over and watch UK Coin Hunt's video on it. Other than that, it's mainly the point of the portrait of a neck should be pointing towards the P, I think. I'd have to check the cheat sheet if I was honest. Checking under the Queen's neck, it doesn't say IRB copy, because some of the copies will say that. But the best way I find of figuring out if a coin's fake or not is getting a couple of coins you know are real and jingling them in your hand because they make a certain sound. Then add that coin you think might be fake and jingle it around, and if it makes a different noise, it's probably fake because it's different metal. We'll go for one more question from Michael Morley, who asks, what's your favourite territories design? So in terms of my favourite territory to find coins from, it would be the Isle of Man. I just think they're consistently stunning coins. My favourite individual one is probably the Horned Ram from the Isle of Man, 50p. Oh, it's just such a cool coin. But with that, we'll get back to the coins. So there's our finds for today. So I got one new one, the G for Greenwich Mean Time, a Chicken Rock 10p, a Jersey, a Gibraltarian Partridge, and it appears I've got another one of these prototypes. These are obviously the numbers, that maybe they'll come out next year then. So that's the number 1, obviously, which will be a fine addition to my collection, similar to the what was the other one we got? It was a U? No, it was an N. It was a C, wasn't it? Not an N or a U. It was a C. And the R that was sent through the PO box by was it X-Styles? I think it was. Oh no, not X-Styles. King Oreos. I can't remember. One of you two. Patrick also found 2 of the letter C's. Christopher collects. Obviously, it's Patrick finds it, not me. And a Jersey 10p as well. But let's get the G, which was 2019, wasn't it? Let's get the G into the book. So there we go. Perfect. So we're 2 for 26 on this book now. Slowly getting there. It was just sod's law that the 2 that we've got for 2019 we haven't got for 2018. But oh well. So all that leaves me to do now is thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye.